Good morning. I am on my way into Manhattan, Kansas to pick up a set of tie-together double trailers. And I'm just a little ways out, about 15 minutes out. So I thought I'd tell you what I've been doing, why I haven't been making any videos lately. I haven't been working lately. About 3 weeks ago, my husband got COVID, and he was getting over it, and so I came up here to get a trailer, and I stopped by the house on the way down. I was going to stay at home for the weekend and then deliver the trailer on down on Monday, so I got home on a Friday afternoon, and he was pretty well recovered from the COVID, but he was having other problems that I was not entirely aware of. So when I walked into the house on this Friday afternoon, it would have been 3 weeks ago this Friday, he was having trouble breathing, so I got him to go to the emergency room, took him to the emergency room, and they did a bunch of tests on him and kept him for several hours doing all these tests. And then finally, it was about 5:30 when I got him to the emergency room. It was about 9:30 when they finally told him what was going on. The doctor came in and said, "We're going to send you to Oklahoma City where they can do more for you because your lungs are full of blood clots." I'm like, oh my God. And he was like, "Really?" And they're like, "Yeah, really." So I'm like, okay, what are the logistics on this? They said, well, we're going to put him in an ambulance and send him up there. And then, I'm like, okay. So Bill wanted me to go home and take care of the critters, take care of the chickens. So it was late and their coop was still open. They hadn't been put to bed yet. Since 9:30 at night. And I didn't have my purse with me. I didn't have my cell phone. I left him sitting on the kitchen table of all the things when we left the house to go to the emergency room. So I went in and drove home thinking that I would drive home, take care of the critters, and then go to Oklahoma City to sit with him, see what was going on, what they wanted to do up there. And when I got home, first thing I did was check my cell phone, which was in my purse on the kitchen table. And there was a text message from him. I guess when they put him in the ambulance, they told him where they were taking him, what room he was going to be in. But they also said, you're not going to have any visitors because you're going to be in isolation until further notice. So I'm like, okay. So I didn't go to Oklahoma City that night. I waited till the next day. But I still had this trailer that I had brought home from here, up here at Manhattan. I still had that trailer to deal with. So I went up to the city and I sat with him for a while. He was pretty tired still, so I stayed a few hours and then I said, well, I'm going to go ahead and take that trailer down to Medill and let somebody else finish delivering it down to South Texas for me. He's like, okay, yeah, do that. And then you don't have to worry about it again. I'm like, yeah. So his daughter came in and sat with him while I went and I ran home from Oklahoma City, then picked up my work truck and the trailer, drove it to Medill and parked it in the yard. Let my boss know what all was going on. So they found somebody to cover the end of the delivery for me, which worked out great. So I was able to do that, but I haven't worked since then until this week. And so it's been a hell of a deal. It was really bizarre. It was one of those things, we had no idea about it, but luckily the doctor in the emergency room had his shit together and figured out what was going on. So they kept him all weekend, let him go Monday morning. So I went up and got him Monday morning and brought him home. And then, of course, I wasn't going to go anywhere. I wasn't going to leave and go anywhere with him in that condition, until we had a clean bill of health on him. So we had to wait until like middle of the next week to see a cardiologist, because I guess that's one of the bigger complications you can get after you have blood clots in your lungs. is heart issues because it puts pressure on your heart when it's trying to pump blood around these clots that form in your lungs. It's a really bad deal. It's called a pulmonary embolism, and those things are not good to get. A lot of time they'll kill you. A lot of the time. So he was really fortunate. He actually came out of it with no damage to his heart that they could tell. And he didn't have to go on oxygen when he got home. He was able to not have to do that. His oxygen levels are staying good. And now he seems to be doing pretty good. So I decided to go back to work last week, but there was no work last week. I was supposed to pick up a trailer and then it got canceled. It wasn't ready. Well, I finally got to that one yesterday. But now today I've got to do this set of trailers. I'm hauling the tie-togethers from up here at Manhattan down to Oklahoma City, where I'm dropping the first trailer off. And I'll take the second trailer of this tie-together set on down to Salado, Texas, down south of Temple. So that's kind of my deal for the next 2 days. So it'll take me till this afternoon to get my first one delivered in Oklahoma City, and then I'll go home tonight with the other one, and then in the morning I'll get up and take it down to southern Texas. So, but gosh, it's just been a weird couple of weeks. So in the meantime, I've been working on my eBay store and getting more stock for that. Since I was home anyway, not working last week, I went around and did a lot of sourcing, getting things to sell in the store. So that worked out pretty well. That went pretty good. I do need to check. Just make sure I don't have... Okay, I don't have anything else that I need to send out today. Okay, that's good. I had a sale yesterday afternoon. I had 4 or 5 things that went out Monday, and then one thing yesterday afternoon that I packed up before I left that Bill will drop off for me today since he's feeling much better. Talk about weird though. Just kind of a strange situation. And then to compound matters for me at work, my broker is gone missing. I don't know where he's at. I asked him a few weeks ago, he was kind of missing on me. And I was like, is he okay? Because he had been sick. And they're like, yeah, he just hadn't been in much. I think he's gone. I think he's out of I don't think he's doing the business anymore. Either that or he's on an extended leave. And I'm afraid to ask, really. Because number one, it's not really my business, you know. It's not like I work in that office. It's just they just took me up with jobs. I'm leased to the brokerage, and so I'm not sure what's going on. But my original boss from the company that I used to run for before I started running for this broker guy, my original boss now is giving me my jobs. So I don't know. It's one of those weird deals. I know there were some things going on that he was having to deal with, but I don't know. And I got a really pretty sun coming up over here. I'm going to try and give you a shot of it. I don't know if you can see it or not. I have no idea. Well, you can't see it now because it's behind the hill. I hope you can see that anyway. It's like a big orange melon over there in the sky. Try this again. One more try here. I can't see the screen on it, so I don't know if I'm actually getting it or not. Or if you can see around my mirror and my post of the truck here. But anyway, we're very close to Manhattan to pick this thing up. About 3 miles away from my turn out to the factory. This is all working out really well. But yeah, so I just haven't been working. I haven't been working, so I haven't been making videos. And it's unfortunate, but 2 weeks, or 2 solid weeks, I had zero work. So that's just how it is. But I'm kind of making up for it this week already. This is my second job this week. Second and third trailers. But here we are, we're almost to Labor Day weekend. And after Labor Day weekend, our workload usually falls off substantially until the next spring. So I don't know. This is going to be a slow winter, I think. I guess we'll have to see how it goes. But I don't anticipate the business picking up any, that's for sure. The economy's still in the tank. I keep hearing the current administration talk about what a great job they're doing with the economy, but you can't prove it by me. Maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. But, I mean, it seems to me like the economy really sucks right now. Fuel's high, food's extremely high, everything's high, and work's down. So to me, that's not a booming economy. Interest rates are up. It's like every negative economy marker is up and every positive economy marker is down. So I'm not sure why they're saying that the economy is booming. I think they're deluding themselves and trying to blow smoke up our butts. But, I've gotten to where I don't believe anything from the media or from Washington. I don't believe anything those people say at all. Because I know, I can see with my own eyes how things are. I don't need them to try and put a spin on it for me to make it better than, what it is, because it's not good. It's just not good. It's really rather bad. Alright, so here we're getting into Manhattan. Alright, it's early. Make sure I get my correct exit here. I think this is it. Pretty sure. Yes. Okay. Nope, bunch of track boys out running. I'm gonna guess that's probably the collegiate track team. It's a good morning for it. It's only 69 degrees out here. So it's nice and cool. We've had a cold front move in. What they call a cold front. It's not cold at all. It's nice. It's making things more comfortable. I can wear a flannel shirt and not sweat to death. But getting into fall weather, a little early taste of fall weather. I don't think it's going to last very long. Maybe just today or maybe today and tomorrow. But I'm enjoying it while it lasts. Right. It's just a couple more miles and I'll go pick this thing up. I'm debating whether I need to top off my fuel. I think I'll be okay. I'm almost full, but not quite. Well, let's see how much it is up here. I may need to stop and top it off just to be on the safe side. So I don't have to try and stop someplace with doubles on. 'Cause that gets a little bit iffy sometimes. I don't really need it though. I mean, I've got enough to go probably 300 miles at 8 miles to the gallon, so I think I got plenty to get done what I need to do today, or what I need to do, yeah, today. Yeah. Or at least till I get, down into Oklahoma. There are a couple places down there on the way that I can probably fuel up if I need to. And I should get better fuel mileage than 8 miles to the gallon. I expect to get around 10 or 11, I would say. And fuel is usually high up here. I stopped on the way up and topped off like right before I left Oklahoma, so I'm not running on half a tank like I normally would be up here. Okay, there's the sun. It's kind of not a real bright morning, or hasn't been, with the clouds over here in the way. But now that seems pretty bright. It's kind of blinding me a little bit. Okay, how much is fuel up here? Oh yeah, I think I'll pass. 409. I know I can get it for $3.89 back down in southern Kansas, and I've got plenty of fuel to get back down there. Yeah, I think we're good. Now, if this turns out to actually be a set of doubles, I'll be kind of surprised, because the last time I came here to pick up a set of doubles, they said, no, we don't do doubles anymore. We quit doing that. So I guess they might have started doing it again. Maybe they figured out a better way to do it or something, but one or two, I don't care. I'll come pick it up. Need to work. Seriously need to work. The problem when I don't work, and I haven't worked for 2 weeks now, is I don't get checks now for the next 2 weeks. I won't get paid for this for another week. Well, week after next. So, well, I guess I've already had 2 weeks without a paycheck. And I'll have one more without a paycheck before I start getting checks in again. It's great fun being in business for yourself. Oh, come on, this is a long light. $4.19 over there for fuel. Yeah, I'll try and not buy any till I get back in southern Kansas. I think there was a station down there it looked like I could get into with doubles on if I needed to. But I shouldn't need to. Not with this much fuel I've got. I don't know, probably 40 gallons of fuel should be sufficient. At least to get me to Oklahoma City. It's not that far to Oklahoma City either. 4 hours. Well, maybe 5 hours with doubles, because I'll travel a little slower. get these. I don't know if I'm seeing anything tied together there or not. Not really. They're supposed to be already tied together. Alright, I shall return. What a mess. What a freaking mess. I'm not pinning on my mics yet because I'm going to be hopping back out and redoing this, rechecking this hitch. Make sure it's cranked as hard as it can be cranked. If I can find a big enough wrench. I think I've got one. Thought I had my hitches too. So yeah, go figure. Awesome, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So here we are. It's an hour later
we have our own
than I should have been. Hush up. I'm an hour later than I should have been, but I've got both trailers, which will make this a good paying load again. I don't know, I didn't just think to go get a hitch to begin with. I feel like an idiot. It's not my first rodeo, but I'm acting for some stupid reason like it is. I don't have any idea why, but it's pretty damn dumb. Pretty damn dumb. And now Mike's convinced I'm stupid, so thank you. Everybody's being so nice to me getting out of here. We gotta watch that back trailer. It's a long way back there. All right. Now, off to Oklahoma City. I'm not sure which one of these trailers is going to Oklahoma City and which one's going to Salado, but one of them's going to each place. I guess I'll figure it out when I get to Oklahoma City. I imagine they'll tell me what they want. Chance, no hurry. Can I get a rate on these Manhattan to OKC and Salado trailers, please? Period. I would ask Mike, but I already gave him a headache this morning. Period. So I'm leaving an hour later than I should have or could have if I'd have been thinking. But some days thinking's not my long suit, and evidently this is one of those days. It's not super hot out there. It's only 78 degrees, but hot enough to be actually working. Oh my word. Well, disaster averted. Boss aggravated, but resigned to the fact that, you know, he's got to tell me every little thing to do because I'm so damn dumb. Today, it's true today. No thinking going on in this brain today, unfortunately. Okay, this is clearly an abandoned railroad track, or I wouldn't be stopping on it.
New text message from Mickey Star 32.
Awesome, thank you. Thank you. Oh well, I guess everybody has a dumb day now and then. I'm sure having one today. Hopefully I'm over that. I don't need to be dumb driving down the road pulling doubles. That's for freaking sure. It's better to have some brains going on to do this with. Dang it, I hate when I do stupid shit. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. But once you've done it, then there's no taking it back. You've already done it. You can't deny it or squeak out of it or anything. You just have to freaking own it. So I'm owning it. I'm a dumbass some days, and today's one of those days. So, yeah. Oh my goodness. Poor Mike. He's off in Nashville, I think he said. They must be doing a trailer show again. I think that's what they were doing this time last year, the trailer show. So I guess the question after this is, will he or won't he fire me? I don't think he will. But I'm going to have to mind my P's and Q's for a while and not have another stupid day. Going to have to act like I've got half a brain in my head, at least. And I'll video this load when I get to Oklahoma City to deliver it. Until I get there, I'm going to be under the gun for time. I've got to get it in there before the store closes today, which shouldn't be a problem if I don't have any more delays. That lost me an hour right there. So that's not good. It's going to take me about 5 hours to get this down to the city, I think. Everything looks good. Everything's behaving itself. I'm going to use every bit of turning space I've got here because this is long. That back axle is about 30 feet, 35, 40 feet behind my truck, I think, somewhere thereabouts. So this takes even a wider turn radius than like a 40-foot trailer, because the axles on a 40-foot trailer don't sit that far back. But because that back trailer's a little one, the axles sit much farther back. Alright, so here we go. I'll catch up with you somewhere out here on the road. I gotta call Bill, let him know I got this sorted out. Or I'll cut that out and just keep these rolling, I guess, maybe. Less of a hassle, so. days like this sometimes. Fortunately, not very many of them, not very often. Which is a good thing. I don't have days like this very often. It's a pain in the butt. And it's kind of embarrassing to be that stupid, you know. Get scolded by the boss. It's been a while since I've been scolded by the boss. He didn't really scold me. It's just, he obviously wanted me to figure it out and get both trailers, not give up. You know. Hate to say it, just some days people got more going on than other days. And that's certainly true of me today. For whatever reason. I think sometimes I get stubborn, you know. I take things a certain way that maybe I shouldn't take them, and instead of just figuring out a solution calmly, I get stubborn and it pisses me off. Or it pisses me off and then I get stubborn. So I think that's largely what was wrong with me this morning. I was being stubborn. It pissed me off that they said it was supposed to be ready. It's supposed to be tied together and ready. And when I got there, it wasn't. But now I know that doesn't mean anything coming from the people that are buying them. Because it's not their policy, it's the factory policy. The factory policy is you bring your own hitch for the second trailer. So, you know. And I can argue with it and fight it all I want to, but that means I'm not going to get these double loads, which I really don't want to be pulling doubles anyway. But right now I need any work I can get. You know, so it's between a rock and a hard place in a way. And this is pulling okay. I just can't go over 65 with it. It's a little squirrely, you know, right up at 65. And part of that is because this interstate is so rough too. So I'm just having to kind of take it slow. I'll get off the interstate up here at whatever this town is, Junction City or whatever it is. Junction something. I think it is Junction City. So I'm just really keeping a close eye on it. It's not doing bad. There's a little bit of sway to it, but it's not getting squirrely, which it shouldn't, because there's a gooseneck between me and it. Me and the bumper pull. There's a gooseneck in between. Usually that makes for a pretty stable pull with doubles. But this road is really rough, and that's bouncing it around a little bit because it's a lightweight trailer. So it is bouncing a little. So it's just, I'm just going to have to take my time doing it, unfortunately, because, you know, it's just going to take me longer to get it delivered. But I shouldn't be worried about it, because as long as I get it there before 5 o'clock, I'm golden. Whichever one it is. I don't know if it's the gooseneck they're wanting. It may be the gooseneck they want in Oklahoma City and the 2-horse down in Salado. If that's the case, I'm going to have to unhitch them both, take them apart and unhitch them both, and then rehitch up to the little trailer to take it on down to Texas tomorrow. Either way, I mean, it's not a big deal. and just kind of irk me, and then I get stubborn, and then I quit thinking. Start being pissed off and quit thinking. It's not a good combination. You would think I would know better than that by now, you know. I've only been walking this planet for 6 decades, 6.5 decades. You'd think by now I'd have that under control. But every once in a while, my prickly side rears its ugly head. This is a pretty view. Yeah, this is nice. This is really awesome. These are the Flint Hills, I think, of Kansas is what they call this territory. These big rocky hills. It's kind of cool. Usually the cows are up here by this lonesome tree on the right. I don't see them this morning. Of course, I'm a lot later than I usually come through here. I usually come through here by, 8 o'clock. It's 9:19 now, so I'm running a little behind my normal. It's a little bit hazy, but it's pretty out there. It's 78 degrees, so it'll probably get up in the 90s today. By this afternoon, I expect. And I will probably stop somewhere and put on a t-shirt, because this flannel shirt, it was nice this morning, but I think by this afternoon it's going to be miserable. Having 2 seasons in one day. Guy. I don't like it when people hang on my side like that, especially when I'm pulling doubles. I don't want anybody beside me at all. At all. There's a big long construction zone all the way to our turn off now. Starting from here all the way to, I think it's Junction City. Behind me coming, but good for this construction zone because the speed limit's lower. I mean, that's good for me. Everybody else is probably hating it, but I'm liking it at the moment. So this is Interstate 70, if I didn't say that, in the northeast part of Kansas. We're going to be turning off on Highway 77 up here in about, on? About 6 miles? Yeah, it is 6 miles from here. It's exit 295. No, I don't remember that. I'm looking at my GPS. My memory's not that good for details. I don't think. But yeah. To my day. I guess that's good, you know, 'cause it can go up from here. Sometimes when you start out great, you got nowhere to go but down. So that's not the problem today. Not the case today. This is also the detour to Council Grove, which is actually south and back east of us. But 177, the road that we turned off of to get on to 70 here, that's closed down. They must be replacing a bridge down in there. It's been closed for several months now. I would have gone straight on down that way if it had been open. But it's not opened up again yet. Don't know how long it's going to take them to get all that done. It's already been a while. I think that was the Kansas River we just crossed. Can't really be stopping at Starbucks or anywhere else much with these doubles on. feel better once I get off the interstate on this route. I like going down 177. That's kind of my speed of a road. Even with doubles on. The first set of doubles I hauled out of here, I hauled on I-70 clear over I-35, and that was just a pain in the butt. So I decided not to do that again. It cost me a lot in turnpike fees, because they're pay roads. I-35 is a pay road in Kansas, and then of course I-44 is a pay road between Oklahoma City and Chickasha. And they charge you by the axle on toll roads. And I've got 6 axles going right now. So they'd really get me on this. So I'm going to stay off the toll roads altogether. Even when I get down into Oklahoma, probably, I don't know, the last leg I might, since it'll just be the truck and one trailer, it won't be so bad, but still. This is the goofiest intersection I've ever seen. Some engineer thought it was a good idea to do it this way, I guess. Good in theory, maybe, but in practice, it's not great. Okay, I'm gonna stop right here and put my t-shirt on. I'm hot. No, check my. Check my hitch, just make sure it's staying tight, and just walk around and look at it. So it's a smart thing to do. I don't want to be stupid again today. I already did that once. Okay, that's better. much more better. It was just too hot. this road today. I don't like that because I'm going to be running kind of slow. I'm going to be pissing everybody off, I guess. It's just my day to piss people off. I don't know. Might be. Might very well be. These are a little dusty. Oh gosh. Look like hell. Well, it's a good thing this ain't a beauty pageant. I tell you. They evict me. I'd be persona non grata if that was what I was supposed to be doing, you know, looking nice. Okay. Good thing I don't know how bad. If I pull the plug on this thing, I may do that anyway. When I play this back and look at it, I may go, oh my gosh. Delete, delete, delete.